Good morning. We seem to have hit a perfect song break there. Turn that off. All right, so because it took a while, I started, I did the thing where I just switched just the HashiCorp Precise 64 virtual machine to the Ubuntu Trusty 64 virtual machine, and the screen resizing worked. Unfortunately, we still have some problems with our setup script, and hopefully it's not going to be too big of a pain replaying some of the setup stuff. Get these to work. So we've still got dictionary problems. We've still got... I don't know why these aren't working. Because, I mean, these should just be local scripts. But the first thing is, this is no longer our variant. This is now our primary thing. So we're going to do a little shuffle here to try and maintain our vagrant state. And hopefully, if they're not relying on the paths, we will be able to reuse the virtual machine install state here. So step one is see if it still runs in its new home. Okay. It does seem to redoing install stuff. I did halt last time because I wanted to make sure it was not going to get too freaked out by the change. Alright, so now we can go start XFCE4, and it actually remembered the setting from last time. Now, unfortunately, the only other display setting that we support, 1024, there's not enough space with all of the menu bars and taskbars and things for that to happen without scroll bars, and there's no wide format things that have anywhere around this height. This is well, I'll have to see how well the editor and stuff does with that. But that we can actually run a GUI there. I don't know if we're going to be running a GUI much, because we still have to solve this other stuff. And I've now scrolled that off, but we know that we have the dictionaries common thing, which one of my files had a note about that. Yeah, we had to install debconf. And then run a Perl script. Alright, so apt get install. Yep, sudo. And then we need new. Actually, there was a new window thing there, wasn't there? This. So we're going to want to make this part of our setup process, and maybe we can actually do that, and then the rest of the stuff will work. We'll have to see about that. Oh wait, do we? Well, oh, Perl, maybe was that part of the cross development setup? Anyway, we'll have to see about that. Now, this didn't fix anything. So we're back to this stuff, which said it didn't work. Oh, I did a clone of the repository. So we have to fix new lines again. That's an attribute. You know what? I should probably put this in the files or a README or something. Git. Because I don't think you can fully automate that because it's part of this git checkout. You're not going to be running the command there. Git new lines. Stop changing new lines. Dealing with new lines. Not global, per repository. Wasn't there something that wasn't get attributes? I mean, that's get attributes are more like per file. Oh, well. Saying keep the OHOL stuff in Unix format might actually make sense. I don't know. Does it only? Question: does it only support files like this? So maybe that would actually be the right solution because we want to do this every time. Always on checkout, on checkout. So I think we want LF. This doesn't have the input mode that the other thing did. Edit.get attributes. Default behavior. Let's get this straightened out here. All right, we want then everything under OHOL, especially start out shell scripts. EOL equals, I mean, binary might work because it would just leave it as is. Now, can I actually get this to change? I'm probably going to want a window for running this regardless. So this is not the whitespace issues I was thinking about, but not the ones with patches, rather. But it is, no, not the other D. All right, get status. You are actually modified, so that's fine. I think we're sticking with that change. So get add. Screen resize works on update base box screen resize works. All right. Now I have to do well, the problem is, well, it's not a tracked file. But I don't want to reset my install, but that's not tested. Do I have to have added that? Okay. So you're not angry. How do I see the line endings? Well, I'll try running them. Nope, that didn't do it. Let's see. Get update files after changing line endings. Normalize working tree. Reset. Add -u. To rescan the working directory. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Folder protection. Show files that will be normalized. After editing the Git, read tree, clean index, force rescan. Aha! Oh! Deleted. Untracked files, git ignore. What? Oh, that was maybe that was because I did delete index and then do that. The files are still there, though. It's not listed as an unknown directory. Oh, because I have them ignored. Make sure your working tree is clean and use... Still retain their old name. Oh. Okay. Can we... Okay. Now this is where I might have to do... Aha! Okay, that did do it. But now... Okay, so that appears to work. Keep line... Well, oh, you know what? Technically, pull and build latest. Not that I ever run it that much. But we would want to do... It's mostly for diffing and reference. So now we have to redo that again. Although it's running stuff right now, so I don't want to mess with it. Well, it's only the checkout. That would be an easier delete and checkout kind of scenario. In fact, this is probably not touching this file. Pull and build latest. Oh, nope, not slash. Oh, well, it seems to be working at like this. But I might want to do a reset and test to make sure that works as well. Oh, we actually want to specify this, don't we? Which means that whole delete checkout cycle did nothing. All that content data. I keep forgetting that I could probably bootstrap these from local things, but this is a general purpose way to build the scripts. They will always work even if we share this stuff. Okay, that was data. Or is it still working on data? Oh no, that was, wow, that wasn't even the data package. Huh. It might be running slow because of the virtualization. So the only... All right, well, we've cleaned things up. So get... Oh, have we... Right, I wanted to wait and... No, we... Right, I wanted to redo the reset without the slash. Oh, no, wait a minute. If we open up pull and build latest, it should say file format equals Unix. Okay. So that syntax does work. Git add. Set line endings for VM shell scripts. All right, so now we should be able to get stash pop. All right, so our data is making progress. And we are, in fact, going to have to look at the install script because this is all the stuff that didn't run before. Oh, right. This was originally set up as a server build. So I did not have it pre-build anything else. Oh, and I haven't integrated the cross-compile stuff. Well, I kind of want to get this patch taken care of. You know what? Actually, we should do is get that down there. All right, so that was the checkout. Build server. Ooh, failed to create symbolic link. way to solve this is really, really ugly. We can try taking a run. Let's do... let's see if we can just change some settings here. And see if that's it. Be a little bit faster than a full VM rebuild. Suspend might have actually worked here. Went a little bit faster. No, CD. Failed to, yeah. To do this, we have to have run it as admin. But if you do that normally in Vagrant, you get a different user context, and you have to completely rebuild the virtual machine in a way that's actually destructive to your current virtual machine. Maybe juggling the Vagrant directory would at least avoid the destroying it problem. Is there a better solution to that? Vagrant Windows failed to... Well, this is really just... Vagrant Windows, Linux host, Linux guest. Virtual, oh, shared folders enable create is active. You must run the git bash as admin. Okay, that's how to do it directly, which I... This is 2014. Set extra... Oh, this is... Okay. Need to add this code. Security reasons. You need to boot up your machine in administrator mode. Git bash. Oh, I guess I have to find the git bash. Is that what I did before? Boot up normally. So I might need to add that attribute. Download VirtualBox. This is a 2015 specific bug, apparently. Restart PC. Yeah, that'll work really good while streaming. Alright, well, we found one thing we could maybe add here. And maybe we already did. Audio, VRAM. Nope. Now this might actually be something that's just built in now. In order to pass this restriction, you need to boot up the vagrant machine in administrative mode. Or back to the fact that it completely rebuilds the machine. Alright, so we are currently running. Vagrant machines, default. So this is where I want to make a backup of this. And hopefully it won't mind the copy there. To see if maybe in place works this time. We're going to have to get back to C users. Could not. Yep. Box could not be found. The different users have different caches. So that's why that's frustrating. It's not just run it. Alternate sort of cruddy workaround would be to go back to the direct Windows versions and figure out what the paths we need to link are and have Windows versions of those scripts to do it back on the source, the host operating system. Create a junction. Wait, you have to do junction and make link? All right. Now, fortunately, right, I need to modify this directory. So this is in One Life server. We're not going to run host commands from within there. Alternate solution. Some link, some relative path. Because that takes a really long time. Okay, that's the admin one. One life, server. We do not have a categories. Slightly different syntax. Is the shell possibly... Or does makelink not understand that then? Command not found. Wait, you created junction? Wait, why are... Or junction in Windows only available within a command shell. And determine if a file is a junction. Now, didn't I see... actually something else that said you could call command to do it? Command/C. Oh, this is going to be purely in command, so we probably need... Oh, we entered the shell. Carries out by string and then... Oh, so apparently it's case sensitive. No, it's not case sensitive. No. Well, that is a nice way to get a command shell in the local directory, at least. Oh, backslash? No, // Interesting. Invalid switch categories. Now, it's not telling me if that is make link or... Okay, well, that does seem to have helped. Create a directory symbolic link. Well, that is actually what I want. Specifies the new symbolic name, specifies the target, relative, or absolute. Oh. I mean, I guess I could do it here. I don't know if it will work. But the problem is specifically in the VM. Oh, that's our, what is it? I forget what it is. Yeah. Okay, so on Windows, we need to pull this section out. And anything else with an ln and say, well, if you're running this on Windows, you really need to run this in a git bash on the host system. Or run your VM as admin. How's our admin build going? Yeah, you know what? I just kind of don't want to deal with that. So, get rid of you. Put you back and... Excuse me? Oh, Windows. The funny thing is it let me well, no, it renamed it. All right, so we need to, this builds the server. Link, server, and we're, actually, let's just copy this thing first. Link, server, directories. This may need to be run in git bash under Windows, not inside the VM. Or run the VM as admin, but the VM has to be completely rebuilt every time you switch from user to admin. Okay, so don't need that. We'll go ahead and put cd one life server. And then build server. Can't do any of this stuff. And we want to act. Now, first I've got all the. I don't know if there's a way to limit act to only the current directory. Start.sh would have mostly done it. Build test client and editor. This is my version of the script. Edit 1 hour, one life. Link client directories. cd one life. Game source. Okay, and actually, animations categories, that's a little bit different. And link. So many files. And then build test client and editor. Can't do this automatically. Now our install script should probably still try to do this. Has to be run outside. Run in git bash under Windows. See also file, or see also script. All right, so now we can hopefully here link server file exists. Really? Did I not? I guess it doesn't work under git bash. No, wrong shell. All right, so cd. Ooh, my test map is in. Well, I also have I should have a copy in my. Although that directory will eventually go away, and I guess that can always be rebuilt. All right, vagrant. SSH. Oh, do I have a command to run the server? cd server, run server. Okay. Well, it's still loading. Seems like it takes longer to load in this environment than it did in Docker. Well, I guess OS X is a more Unix-like environment. I'd actually have to. No, it also seems slower when I was running on the Mac. All right, so we've got that side of things back up. Now we just have the problem that we have to add this. We don't have a blanket. Well, can I? I think I need to redo my git ignore to just ignore this stuff. Yeah, because it's... So if we're a little bit more specific here... what's the appearance order? That's the wrong shell. Oop, data 7. That's better. Those are all just modified. Yes, extra data. We moved that. Still haven't dealt with WinSock. Counts as a copy. Redo, ignore, extract, linking scripts for running on Windows. All right. So now we might be able to actually tackle the whitespace problem in the patches. And at some point I might want to loop back and see if I can redo this directory structure. Because it's always kind of bothered me that we're like building all our stuff like in the source directory. But maybe that's more if I might, even though we've got a working GUI now, I might actually want to switch this back to just a little Docker cross compiler at some point. I still have to get Docker working on Windows to do it here, but all right. So now we've got our directory. Oh, I need to actually run the setup for that and see if everything works again. Install mingw. I guess this is technically independent of the stuff we need to do, but that's there now. So, well, we'll have to end up running that to test it. But first, oh, did I? Maybe the whitespace issue is I tried copying those in Windows, whereas this thing expects the Unix endings. Oh, well, actually, we want to be here. So let's you probably can't... Yeah, I can't see outside of my little thing here. So I guess I clone from source then. Or from GitHub. There we go. Yes, patches master. Oh, I guess since I haven't authenticated this session, which could be a long-term problem here. I might have to go back and do that. It's more of an off-stream. Dealing with keys is more of an off-stream thing, though. We have to switch this over to HTTP for now. All right, so that is a git checkout done in the context of the VM. So maybe that will let things work. So I might need to STG init. Oh. Git checkout master. Oh no. We've got this problem again. And we've got some server stuff. Why is it not complaining about setting changes? Did we not get there? Oh, maybe I stopped at the directory stuff and didn't get there. Wait. Oh no, this is supposed to be done. Where am I doing this currently? Anywhere? I probably should have done OHOL star.sh, maybe? So I'd have to search all the subdirectories. Because really it would just be like install script, maybe one of the other build scripts. Maybe like build server. And if it did include the directory, I could just down directory before calling it. Oof. Can I just cancel? Oh, install. Okay. So it CDs to the server and then calls down to here. All right, there we go. All right, so what do we got? So technically the install version of this is not tested, but make configure settings work from okay. So in this context, this is probably going to give us more changes now. Yeah, so we gotta deal with that junk. And maybe I actually want to reset that now. Now we have the run server, which I sort of like got to work once. And the annoying thing here is that he's already got to get attributes. So we have, he set this up to store, he didn't properly set up this file, I guess. So it's being changed on checkout. It's a batch file. So I presume it's supposed to be other endings, but he's already got to get attributes, so I can't just add that file. stget needs to have a completely clean working tree to apply patches. And I can't make one of my patches to update the attributes because I can't apply the patches if it's an unclean working tree. Can you have a global get attributes? I mean, it's not kind of the right solution for the repository. Well, maybe the solution here is just submit a patch to the core repo. I don't know. It consults the get dir info attributes in the same directory and its parent directories. Get attributes file in the same in the same directory as the path in question, up to the top level of the work tree, with only the work tree. The path in the index file. The attributes should be placed in get dir info attributes. Should be version oh. Okay. So I can do this in my checkout. So we've got a... So I've got my get attributes. No. So we want to be 1 hour, 1 life, 1 life, dot get info. I think I've resized this somewhere. Get dir info attributes. Oops. So we want game source, no, server. Server, run server.bat to be text equals, all right, wait, no, text EOL backwards compatibility text EOL equals CRF, I believe. Okay, and then we RM K. Do I possibly have this backwards? No. I know what I did last time? I made this binary. Deleted. Checkout. Okay, I don't know what is going on there, but that is sufficient to not change things. So now the tricky part is we need to, and goodness only knows how Jason Rohr is handling this. We need to do something in our install script. Is this where we do the checkouts? Fetch. One life. Oops. Echo 2 one life dot get info so hopefully that will do it. That will need to be tested by resetting the machine at some point. Oh, we can test this command. So this is expected to run from here. That's going to be under a dot file, so it's probably not going to be able to look it up. Or one life dot get info You know what? I actually have to make this say something else so we can prove that this actually correctly writes it. Okay, command works. 81 life, get status. STG, okay, completed init. STG import series patches master. Series. Oh, it's put a space after it. Okay, yeah, we haven't set up get stuff, but empty ident name not allowed. Oh, nope, it actually is just hard failing on that. Okay. So how do we set this up? Get yeah, but I want this to actually end up being an STG repo. Guess I want to work on it. I could try applying them in Windows, but I don't know if it'll get confused about line endings then. And then just use this for the compilation. Get config list. Does not, oh, list. Okay. So get config global. Okay, that is quoted. Wait. Is that oh, that's a space, not an equal. And that might as well be the same. You know, it almost wish it wasn't. Probably fine. All right, so STG import series patches master series. Okay, that's only a warning though. One line adds whitespace errors. That might have been something I copied from his code. Maybe we clean that up at some point. But we were actually able to import this stuff to do a build here. So now the question is, does our setup... sometimes in the Git diffs, you'll see highlights for trailing white space. In fact, if I go into the code, it's CD, 1 hour, 1 life, 1 life, game source, CD, living life page. Or actually, it's probably in the patch for that matter. Oops, I should just say change to patches master. That was in diegetic temperature. This was something about synval. Yep, right here. Well, this is a useless trailing space. And this is straight up added code. So maybe I actually do want to fix this at some point. I don't know if I'm treating this as my primary repository right now, but we could actually edit that in the patch, refresh it, dump the patches, push to get rid of that. So yeah, it's just this extra space. It's not, I mean, it's not a huge deal, but it tends to be a little bit cleaner if you just always have it truncated. It slightly annoys me that a lot of, I don't know if any of it's going to show up in the context here. Yeah. A lot of the base game stuff has these empty lines with trailing space. So the other thing we want to do is just make sure that our setup for the cross-compile environment is working nice. Ah, okay. Well, yeah, I've got my editor set up to highlight them in many cases. Build client cross. I guess we would want to check the script actually works, huh? Oh, that's right. We use the locally modified files from OBS, which I don't know if I kept the references to. I think I got it as a zip file. Oh, that's actually a change to minor gems. But I believe it was like game platforms SDL. Make file cross and configure. But I should probably find the file to be sure. MinGW. Okay, yes. So for this to be a complete package for cross-compiling... Oh, wrong window. Those, I don't know if they're gonna have line ending issues. Copying them around in here. All right, so we need to put this somewhere into files that need to be in the guest. Where did they put stuff? And then install this, we would want to copy cross star to the base directory, minor gems, game, SDL. I actually changed this, didn't I? Yep. Minor gems, game, platforms, SDL. And then let's check that. Actually wasn't a complete copy. That command works. So we're in the appropriate directory. All right, and we were attempting to build client cross. Oh, we haven't, I wanted to import the patches so that I could incorporate the windsock fix. Yep. That's why I was doing that. Because I'm assuming Ob has that as part of his patches. That he's just constantly merging. Which makes the entire thing dependent on my patches, but I don't... I mean, I guess you could include just the one patch file and apply that and just you deal with the dirty tree. But then that's actually incompatible with the STG system because it won't apply onto dirty working trees. So one life. I need to refresh myself on some STG stuff. Oh my god, those colors are terrible. Firefox tries to, use system colors, and it just, web pages aren't built for that. So init, we should be in a good context, I would think. STG series. Yeah, we're at the top of that. STG new. Oh, I don't have an editor set here. Oh, is this how you do messages? I've been, well, I want to know how to edit the message for something, but fix case sensitive winsock.h references. Right? Okay. Exit. And now we go into 1 hour, or 1 life. This could, could some of these be in minor gems? That would be annoying. That would require more than just my local patches. Oh, these are in minor gems. So I can't actually do this as an stget thing. But since I'm not doing other patches on here, we can just sort of smack it every time we update, I guess. Yeah, so now I'm curious how OBS deals with this. Because maybe he just has a thing that patches it and moves on. Okay, one's a comment. Those are the only references. So what I want... Oh man, I'm not well versed in the standard Unix tools. Unix, search and replace in files. Using sed to find and replace. Hard to extract. Non-recursive files in this directive only. Recursive, regular files. File name matches. String found in a certain context. Multiple replace operations. Recursive regular files. Find. So the awkward thing is, okay, so this isn't strictly a cross-compile thing. We want to do this anytime we fetch latest. Oh, this doesn't do the checkout. Okay, here's the checkout. Minor gems. Get fetch, get latest, get checkout. Find dot type find dot type f exec sed minus I s winsock for winsock regular files. All right, well, let's git checkout. This is cd minor gems. So that's our context. Can I actually restrict this? Unix. Interesting. I don't know why that's there. We could restrict it to network. Is that a thing we specify here? Find dot, let me guess. Okay, that's a little bit faster. And then we need to do cd minor gems network. Oh, and there's all the winsock 2 and other stuff. Okay. So now cd build client cross. I think this includes a make clean to make for when we're switching over. All right. So vagrant. One life game source. I haven't tried building a directory here yet. So that we know that we've got our other Windows on Windows environment here. Ooh. So this cross environment is not successful. That's going to be a very hard error to track down. Uh... Oh, so it is 32-bit XC, but it says it's a Windows. Is it possible that I need different DLLs for this? Because there's some change in the build environment. Let's see if it gets that far. Okay, so it does get to SDL. At one point I had set up something to copy the DLLs down. But I forget where I did that. Cross. Build client cross. No. Oh no, the editor had 2. Not make editor. So this. Oh no, the install MingW. Put SDL. Oh, into the MingW. Okay. That would be a lib. So apparently a different version of SDL. Although he's pretty much just fetching files here. Make editor. Build cross. Get that down there. So that gets it into our merge directory area. Vagrant. Nope, it's not mismatched. But it does attempt to load SDL before it tries to do that. So different dates, they're the same size, so they're at least similar. Well, same-ish size. Yeah, I am not a cross-compile expert. That's... Do we maybe get more information? We don't have easy command prompts anymore. And that was not as far in as I'd want. doesn't even give me feedback, just exits. And this appears to be happy with that SDL.dll still. But there's no server. Right, so I can get the GUI to resize on Trusty, but I can't actually build the cross compiler. You know what? I did build some server stuff. Although the make clean should have taken care of that. Let's Oh, I reset my settings. So yeah, okay. But we were actually running a server. Okay. Oh, we backgrounded it. So we can't all right. CD, oh, configure is actually a top level thing. So we have to do CD one life. Configure. Well, we only care about leftover server stuff, I think. So CD server. Okay. Configure 5. CD game source. Definitely building some stuff. I think it does sort of like reach over and grab some things. So we think that this SDL is probably fine. Vagrant OHL. One life game source. Nope. Those are the only two things I built. We can try. It's weird because it was, well, it was a different VM, possibly with different packages. So cross 2. Nope. Oh geez, how many zeros is that? Edit. Have Fortran. Running applications that compiled using before. Number of DLLs cannot be found. Invalid image format. Change to the path environment. 64-bit DLL ahead of the 32-bit one. In the same folder. Warning shown by dependency walker. You have a very subtle download bar. No. Downloads. What's in here? Can we just copy this out and run it? Okay. There we go. There we go. Depends on one life cross 2. Right, we're still in a Unix environment. Errors we're detecting. See the log for details. Modules with different CPU types. So are these all the... Yeah, those are all the question marks. So why can't this one... So this must be delayed load? Did I manually install a package last time and then the rebuild caught us out? this is all Windows Core stuff. So this came from here, tells me a number of DLLs cannot be found. They're a change to the path environment variable. Well, I don't think path has changed. Although it might be weird that we're cross-compiling. This is weird because it found this, it found this, it found this. But this is like API. Okay, so there's all this stuff. It's like, we didn't find you, so tough. Now, I don't know if I'm going to have where. Oh, and this is a GUI program. Heap L1 1 0. Cannot find. Okay, that's fine. But these are like API MS Win Core. Are those real files? Copy file name. Did not find files for the given patterns. Shouldn't really have installed. The bin folder wasn't in the path. Really, it wasn't causing my issue. It's a Fortran specific thing. Valid image format. Mixing 64-bit and 32-bit DLLs. So that would actually be here. Not a dynamic executable? Oh, I need the, I Okay, maybe. Multiple definitions of imp set invalid parameter handle. LDD is dynamic. Elf. Ah. Object dump. Yeah, def to run against the DLL to generate a def that goes through to A to import lib to use the DLL. Why did this just work in the other environment? Mod Ruby. Okay, we got that. (32-bit) executable for Intel. It's 32-bit. Wrong architecture is specified in the manifest. I wonder if there's like a newer version of MingW that comes on Trusty that has different defaults. Does that have any additional information? That's just the thread view on... Oh, sometimes these have like next and response links. No, it's thread view. Okay, so that's a x86 64. And that's just a bunch of log files. And now we're just down to totally generic stuff. Your system path. Wait. I mean, I guess I could see if it was calling things. To run the executable, it would be better to include the static libraries. Wouldn't that be the default for a cross-compiler environment? Mixing 32 and 64-bit code. Well, we did install, when we did, but it was the same commands I used. No, that's right, installs down here. We installed that, which I think may have actually possibly installed some sub packages. Got G++. So that's Win64, but it's building a 32-bit. Game, platform, SDL, make file, cross. Does say Win32. OpenGL32, Glue32, MinGW32. But do we end up using a 64-bit toolchain? Or is that just leftover stuff when it was Windows 32? That's Win32. So what does what do you default to compiling for? And what is our compile command? GXX. Is that what we're using? MinGW32. Is there, no, it's W64, MinGW. These are our only options. You know what? Maybe that's not the only DLL there. Because this is a old vagrant. Or just have this up. Wait, or is it possible it's trying to load these? No. And it still had the error when I copied the DLL from this system. But it did complain about the SDL. Where was... Oh, actually, we copied it down here. PE32 for Windows. Is it possible that there's something we have to do? It's not a Windows thing, it's bits. Windows 8. Nope. So that doesn't do it. I think I might have to boot that problem to tomorrow. Because one of the things we can try is building a complete new game environment. And for that, I want to figure out how to edit st-git patches to pull in wts-blub faster build patch, which is just more stuff. And I did want to get to some Setmania today. So if I don't start that soon, it's gonna just kind of push back lunch and everything else. So it looks like the task for next time is to try doing that patch integration, which I still have to clean up my st-git setup, remove that thing I started to do that wasn't actually in that repository. We might still have some changes. So that's, I just need to start cleaning this stuff up. Oh, this is, you're still open. You are in context, but you're just an extra window. Oh, you were another one. Okay, okay, a bunch of stuff. Oh, right. So we want to add... Add the cross stuff. We want to... Actually edit. Git ignore. And ignore ohol star dot dll. All right, so we've got okay, yeah, copy the STL down. We appear to have some indentation issues here. Where were you? That was fetch latest? Oh. No, actually, that's backwards. So we did too much stuff here. Edit. No, we're already here. Is it a README? I don't have the link to the original file package anymore. Maybe if I go trolling through browser history. History. Thanks. Was minjw .zip? Weird. Why does it have a location that's different from the place we actually put it? Because that actually looks like a very specific configure file. Huh, I don't know why it has that path reference in it. No, no, that was just it clicked on something else, I guess. Okay. Or maybe a better... I don't have a README at all for this yet. Uh, vagrant 1, hour 1, life, build, about 1 hour 1 life, build server, vagrant machine. So we've got, so probably don't actually need that. So we want to do 1 hour 1 life. So right now it's a build and server. We also need vagrant virtual machine to to build and run a server for 1 hour 1 life. Credits. Most of and cross by obs, which I guess the best reference we can have here. So files may have been edited a little bit. Okay, we did actually create that file. This is to update for cross compile. Not currently working. And set up for all right. Project cleanup. So now I'm done for now. I am actually going to come back and do some Step Mania, but that being a completely different thing. I don't necessarily expect anybody to stick around, but I am going to be back if anybody's interested in watching me flounder around on a dance mat. Thanks to Destructively Phased, Kuro Katsuni, Asaret Gaming, Lizzie Live, Catnox, Doug and Lick, Ned Makes Games, Stormy Ice Leopard, Instant Speed Live, Secretless, Haskin TV, Ruffalo, Study Taco, and Joy Chef for AP. Oh, have I not? Oh, because I cloned this from the other one. I'll fix that later. Because I cloned it from my local repository to test something, then it became the primary repository. but thanks for noticing. So yeah, I'm gonna be dropped for a little bit to change my stream settings, and then the stream will come back up, and only a few more minutes to get everything set up. So see you in a little bit.